everything out, isn't
Everything
it?
out. So that's forward. Oh, it's young to lose an eye, isn't it?
He lost it last year.
He lost an eye last year. I could press that eye now, and so you can't see. Last job of the trip, Dan.
In the depths of Birmingham.
Okay, guys, that's the UK again. It's quite a good map to show. We'd basically spent pretty much a week travelling around, kind of like this. Went to quite a few horses in that time, and we finished off. This one is, let's see if I've got that right. Yep, this is Walsall area. Here's kind of Birmingham. That's where we originate from, and we moved down to Wales 25 years ago. So that's kind of where we are for this last job of the trip, and then we're going to be heading back then after this job. Okay.
We'll be okay.
So what's today then, Babs?
You've got 2 little ponies to do today.
Ponies?
Ponies.
Why are they ponies? You said section D's on the way.
Then my pups they are then. I'm very tired.
Section D's aren't ponies.
Right, so I think one is a trailer in issue,
Okay.
and the other one is groundwork and
Both at the same home?
Yeah.
Groundwork, Bolshe, difficult,
Yeah.
and one that won't load up.
Yeah.
Okie doke. Right, I better have my tablets, hadn't I?
And you better have your bacon and sausage roll.
And then we're on our way home.
Yay.
350 mile.
Yay.
It's young to lose an eye, isn't it?
He lost it last year.
He lost an eye last year. Now, guys, you've just saw me there meet this horse that's lost an eye. The horse is a lovely horse called Tommy. Now, I have just met him, as you've just seen there. I had no idea he was blind, guys. I had no idea he'd lost an eye. Tony had received emails about how dangerous a situation Hannah was in with Tommy. That was a shock to me. Walking into indoor stables there and walking up to Tommy and noticing a cavity. So it was a bit of a shock to me. And I knew there and then, a lot of things were put into place then why Tommy's been rushing out the trailer, hitting himself on his side, why obviously the behavioural problems have started to really escalate. That's when I've realised, guys. Now, I'll show you a little clip now of, I'm sure a lot of you would have heard of a horse called Endo the Blind. I've worked with quite a few difficult horses that have become difficult because of loss of sight. But this is a great little clip, guys, showing you what is possible with blind horses.
An Oregon horse now holds not 1, not 2, but 3 world records.
An amazing feat made even more incredible when you learn he's blind.
3 Guinness World Records. Endo is still riding high.
And he had to learn things to help me out.
To keep jumping and competing. To jump, her timing has to be just right.
The cues are ready, 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 and then jump is the time to take off.
At 22 years old, Endo has outdone everyone's expectations.
What has he provided for you?
Everything?
That's quite something, isn't it? I've worked with a lot of horses with reduced sight. I often will go straight to sight, to checking sight of very nervous horses. And it's proved time and time again, I've gone to horses that are very nervous about being caught, being put in the stables. And a lot of the time, it is a blindness, partial blindness. A horse needs its senses, guys, and relies on sight. They've got the second biggest eye of all mammals. I think the first one's a whale, I think. But big. They rely on their eyes, guys, sight. So I've been to quite a few. In fact, very quickly, I'll show you a couple of the latest ones I've been to, which have been reduced sight or blind.
Oh, that poor horse has been in the stable for 8 months.
It's a long time. The only good place for her will be by that door. By that door is the only good place.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you got to remember it was basically unhandled before the accident.
I can see.
So they took the whole
Yeah.
the whole
Everything out, isn't
everything
it?
out. So that's forward.
Good girl. Good girl.
So now it's a night. So we're out. Let her have a treat now.
Shall I give her a treat?
Yeah,
Come on then. Oh.
give her a treat. So I made my idea.
Can't tell, it's a step. Can you?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Because you're saying he'll.
Oh, he squashed me. I
He's
go in the
squashing you,
stable,
yeah.
He'll squash me into the door. If he loses the plot a bit, because when he's lovely, you can, like I showed you pictures, everything. But when he loses the plot, he doesn't care about anything.
Ask him to move. Have you lunged him?
No.
Right, so I'm
the
gonna
last time
ask
I
him.
saw him, remember I said about smashing? That's the last time I saw him smashing all the fences down.
Smashing the fences down. I couldn't focus it. Couldn't see that side. You go through there.
Yeah.
Watch this side now. You see the blinking?
Yeah.
Focus in on that. Huh? You see that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, look this side. Okay. Right.
Yeah.
I could press that eye now, and
You could.
so you can't see that eye in the dark. You could just about see it outside. So this is where you've got a blind horse in one eye.
Yeah, yeah.
I think.
That's what.
This will explain a lot.
This is the one when he comes in
Yes,
here.
yes.
Because it's this eye. As I bring him in, he used to walk into here, and then he'd walk into that. So then I'd help him.
He's
so
blind without the full sunlight. He's blind.
Yeah, my eye. Yeah.
Yeah. Now this is going to explain a lot. Now, because you're saying he'll.
Oh, he squashed me. I go
He's
in the
squashing you,
stable,
yeah.
He'll squash me into the door. If he gets.
Yeah, lost his eye.
Hey mate. We go to quite a few horses. What is it like to ride?
Lovely.
And he's still no tripping or anything. Wow,
You wouldn't notice that he hasn't got an eye. He's literally adapted. Like.
mate.
Right.
Let's have a look at your trailer then.
Okay.
Probably will. It's a bit windy.
It probably will, won't it?
Oh, it's going everywhere.
Is it?
That's when he's running backwards.
Well, so he's in there, and if you go to shut this,
He'll come backwards.
well, as soon as you do that, he's coming out. Is it?
Yeah.
A lot of that is the fact that he knows he's not going that way. If this is what I say, I'll change it. If we can get him on the way to coming out that way, it really will. Because then he's not always thinking. He'll be more thinking.
I want to go that way.
Yeah.
On his own accord, but if he says no and I up the pressure, he will turn himself inside out. And I can't have that, because if I go somewhere and he says no, I need to be able to put the pressure on and get him on.
Yeah. Okay. Right. So. Okay.
You want yours?
I used to have him in a halter, because when he was young, he was wild. You couldn't walk him, he'd just be vertical, he was absolutely wild. And I found that with the halter since
I would say probably, let's today just try the halter. If we don't need to go back into that, then
I'm happy to.
yeah. Okay, I'll go and get mine. I'll go and get my halter then. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. But you did mention that when he was younger, he was pretty feral. He's not been the easiest for you by the sounds of it. He's not.
Absolutely.
He's been very trying.
A lot of blood, sweat and tears has gone into
Yeah, do you know what? Everywhere we go, it's the same, so no, you're not alone. This is John. One thing about these D's, they've got nice feet, haven't they? Dan loves them because of their feet. Oh. Is that what you usually use?
Yeah,
Okay.
if I'd have pulled him then,
He would
I don't
have
want him
pulled
to-
back.
yeah.
Just walk him around the trailer then and try again. And then he'll pull back. And if you up the pressure, he'll fall apart. Right. We'll take him in.
Is Hannah going to try again? Oh, that's it now. You're doing groundwork now.
Yeah, we'll do some groundwork now, but I want to see you lead him round in there first. Is he gone bossy?
He is bossy. Sometimes all the things that he's gone through and everything else makes the bond stronger.
I think that's the case here, isn't it? You haven't tried leading him much on this side, or?
to be fair, I like to be in front of him. Just
Brilliant. No, I like. Yeah, no, in front's better.
He can do mad stuff.
Yeah, well, obviously he's blind. So I think you're right. I would start, but I would have a boundary. You haven't got much of a boundary at the moment. I would try and keep, maybe say a good, 4 or 5 foot. That was what my boundary would be, right? Which he hasn't got that at the moment.
No,
He's
he's
kind of,
literally like my shadow.
it is, yeah. So I think, and it'll help him the fact that if you've got him here, right, on his blind side, and he can come into you, whereas there he can see, he can make an adjustment with his head. I think it'll help him if you get him behind. I do. So I'll have a go at that in a minute, right? Getting him to understand the parameter. Yeah, that's good. Run the other way. This is where he can't see. So he's trying his best for you, isn't he? Fair play. Okay, well, now, if you get him to face you now, right, now, will he back up for you? Say 5 paces. Get him to back up. Yeah? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. That's all right. Right, okay, now I might up the tempo a little bit with him, because I need him to, I need him to respect the space so you can lead him. The space thing is so important with his case as well, so that if anything does come up in there, you're a little bit safer, that he won't smash you down so readily, because the way you've explained he panics, he could do that, couldn't he? Has he done that?
No, he hasn't.
He hasn't yet,
But
that's good.
I'm quite quick off my feet, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
If I weren't, then potentially, yes.
Yeah.
And not intentionally, he's just
No. You are dealing with no sight in one eye, and that's what they rely on. So I'll do a little bit of groundwork now.
You're putting your...
I'll put my halter on.
Okay.
I've been to blind horses where people have a little stick to keep a little bit of distance. So they lead them. Yeah, they lead them, and they have a little bit of a. Because some of them really like push in.
Yeah.
Push in.
He used to a lot.
Did he?
He used to be, but before he even lost his eye, he was always shoulders. His shoulders would be in you. So I've done a lot of work with him.
Yeah, you have.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, mate. Okay, mate. Do you tip it in very often or not really?
Not really. I'm doing a bit of
I can
liberty.
understand that you have, because it just makes me feel so. Right, okay.
He's always been very much in my pockets,
okay.
messing with my zips, regardless of what's in there.
Okay, well, first of all, then, I just want him. I think you're going to be better off leading him from here. Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. So I've got quite a. So I'm going to stop now. I'm going to back him up a little bit. Okay. And then we're going to go again. Right. when I watch my foot now when I stop, right? You didn't watch my foot, you watched him. Watch my foot, right? So when I stop, I'm not going to bother about him chewing at the moment, I just want to get him to stop when I stop, right? Do you see me do that? And I want to back him up each time I stop to get, this is something you could do for half an hour in here, on your own, just quietly. Keep about 5 foot, okay, stop, back up, thank you. But only looking at his feet, just look at his feet, alright, stop. Now he stopped beautiful and back to 1 step there. So now I'll tell him, that's good. So that I haven't corrected him at all. Tell him how good he is, and we'll go again. Okay, because he's a little bit on you. Okay. So again, watch my foot, watch my hand. Watch my foot, watch my hand. There, he comes too far forward, 2 paces. I'm going to get this good for you, ready for you to take over. Okay. So, watch my foot and my hand. Beautiful. Now there's no correction. I want him with me a little bit. Thank you. He's making sense. You want to be able to lead him. No depth. It's all on you. See everywhere. Stop. Okay? Pin back.
Okay.
And you'll see him go a lot quieter here. Thank you. Right. So that is actually coming real quick. So he's got a good brain. Watch my foot. Boom. Beautiful. Again, just touch him. Tell him okay. No treats really for that. The reason I'm going on about the treats a little bit, what's worrying me, stop, is in the trailer, if we give them treats and let them take it from our hand, they're taking feed from us. Our space, we completely ruin the space thing because it screws with their heads. They don't, you've got to be the one that, you've got to hold his hand through all of this.
Yeah.
You're the parent, okay? He cannot see you as that if we constantly let them into our, especially panicking. Look, there's some horses you can. But if one's panicking and the space awareness isn't really there, which is not there as much as it should be, right? When you say yes, take my feed, it screws with their heads, honestly. It's one of the biggest things I ever learned with horses that can be nervous about things. They won't look to you for comfort in that position. They'll just say no, I can take your feed.
Yeah.
Does that make a little bit, little spark of it? So for now, I would stop giving the treats.
Okay.
For now. Later on, if he's loading well and everything's good, up to you then. I won't be around. Okay, so now I'm going to ask him to. So you understand that first bit. So I'm going to keep it simple for you.
Okay.
I would lead him 5 foot. Any closer than that, you'll feel it. You stop and you back him up. There's got to be nothing in it for him to be too on you.
Okay.
All right, and then it'll lead. Well, I noticed a little bit of ear pinning as well. Have you noticed that when you're leading him, he's a little bit ear pinny and a little bit annoyed. It's too close. He's not sure where you are. Behind you, he can see you. He can see it. He make adjustment with his head. He can see things. So that's what I'll do from now on. And when people say, well, why don't you like the BHS we taught? Just say, I've got my reasons. Some people might say, that's not how you lead a horse. Well, mine's blind, and I do. Okay, so I'm going to ask him to disengage his hindquarters. Okay, so I'm going to lift this rope, and then I'm going to go. Stop. Beautiful. Now I'm going to disengage his hindquarters again. I think you've done some of this. So what I'll do first...
the one yesterday, as soon as we
I'm
got
not
that,
gonna-
you know, the snorting
I'm
like a raptor, it was like,
I'm not
what
involved with him because I'm in neutral. It shouldn't mean anything. It will, it probably will, but I would not release him from it till he, if you can tell, when you think he starts to feel a bit better about it. Right? You tell me when you think.
He's asking his back foot.
Okay. Because we might use a little bit of a flag for sending him in, you know. But first of all, he's got to know it's not going to be when I'm neutral, not bothered with him. So that's good. That's good. He's coping with that, isn't he? Yeah. But remember what I'm going to do. Stop him. Thank you. Now, have you done this with him?
What, just a step forward?
Well, eventually it's lunging, but I'm just going to ask him now. I'm going from neutral, which will be a trailer loading. Now, he went forward a little tiny bit. Right? Now, he's got to know now that doesn't do anything for him. Nothing for him, it just made him back up. So I'm going to go from neutral, go forward. Go forward with your feet. Stop. Back up. Forward with your feet.
But it's gonna kill me.
Forward with your feet. Forward. Get this so it's good. Stop. Back up. Forward with your feet. Not too close to me. Forward with those feet. Stop. Back up. Too close. You see how I drop it? Drop it immediately, he takes a forward step. So from breakdown, it's going to come breakthrough. Can he go forward? Yes. See how he's starting to accept this? Go forward. Yes. Stop. Can he go forward? Yes. So he's just worked out. Can you back up a little bit? Yes. He's just worked out from breakdown came a breakthrough. And now he has to think about that. Any questions? Is this all making sense to you?
Yeah, it all makes sense.
Definitely?
Yeah.
Right, so now I'm going to tell him how good he is. Right. He's not in my pockets there. Have you lowered his head much?
Yeah.
No problem?
No.
Even this side?
Yeah.
Yes, you have. You have. So I'm so pleased with what he's just done. Really am. Credit to you, really.
Thank you.
The fact that you're riding this horse so well. You've obviously heard of Endo the Blind.
I have, yeah.
Yeah, we were sent
He's
a few.
amazing, isn't
You
he?
have as well.
Yeah.
We were sent a few
Videos.
pictures and that, clips of that. That's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah. It just goes to show that, like, with the energies and stuff, because obviously
There's
when
some truth to it.
Yeah.
when he first lost his eye, I'd never had a horse with no eye. I'd never come into any contact with a horse with no eye, so I've had to learn it all myself. And I thought, well, why? How does he know that? Do you know what I mean? That
Yeah.
I'm asking him to do
The only
this
thing,
and that.
not all horses. It sounds to me like you're doing great with him. And guess what? He was young,
Yeah,
wasn't he?
yeah,
So he can adapt better. If it happens to an older horse, a lot of them trip. They got no depth perception,
Yeah.
and they can spook violently when they're not sure of a depth.
Yeah.
And he's not chewing nothing. So we'll see now what he's like on the blind side.
okay.
Right. So I've gone from neutral. Remember, if I don't want him to move on that, he should not move unless I ask him. So I can basically park him anywhere. So if you're talking to people, I would back him up into somewhere you want and let him be. So he can see everything around him, and he in your pockets, and you're in each other's space
Yeah,
with him. All right, that's my suggestion.
yeah,
Okay, so now all I'm worried about is a foot forward on his blind side, I'm going to go from neutral to active. Now, I managed to, my timing was absolutely brilliant then. My timing was good then, I got that bang on. As I get older, I'm not quite so good. Right, so it bothered him more than the other side. So, now, I'm going to act. This is the way you'll have to build it up in increments on the side you can't see. It's going to be immediate. He's going to know the threat of that's gone when he takes a foot forward. Yeah. Okay? Because there might be a time in some training you want to ask him to go in from the other side.
Yeah.
So if you can, you might get this better than me. Okay. When you see your video, use, you know, we've got flags here. I'd have one because, you know, have you got a telescopic one?
No.
We can't cope without it. We take them riding with us, everything.
Yeah.
We go through a lot of fields with cows, and we get rid of the cows and all, you know, dogs, anything.
Yeah.
Flies, we get them used to riding
That's
them.
why I said I ride with a whip for. Do you know what I mean?
You can't beat them. You've got to get them used to it.
Yeah.
Else you better be.
Can't go down the road with that. I'll be cantering down the Chester Road.
Yeah.
Well, Steve told me to take one.
You missed that.
Is that any good?
Yeah, you're not paying attention.
If it was good, you have to let them know it. Do nothing. Okay, so, but stop him now and again. No, that's rubbish. Go on, don't pursue it. The good. So now every time he comes and goes into your space, you've got to welcome it because it's a chance for you. It doesn't matter. Right, now you go. Yes.
Yeah, see?
And look what just happened.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the one for the video, she said.
How important it is to
It
get
is,
it right.
yeah.
So
Well, you're
before
only
we go
needing
any further,
the braking. This is wonderful, by the way, for the video. You don't realise this is great. You're going to look wonderful after what you finish, hopefully. I would say that jewel is in his eye.
Yeah.
So
Well, let's get rid of that.
now you know you've just gone to him. You've just gone to him. You've just gone to him. That's exactly what he.
Yeah.
So what I personally would do, because he knows this is loud, and I've noticed he's done this quite a bit. Yeah, and when you go and make a drink, he does it more. Yeah. Right? Hang on, let me just, because he's going to hit this now. So every time, if you're around, and every time he hits the door.
Yeah, but Charlotte's not on the yard here.
No, I'm just showing.
Yeah,
Oh.
I do.
Yeah. All right.
I live here.
This is a nightmare. This would do my
Yeah.
head in.
Yeah.
The banging.
And this
The owner of the yard.
this transfers, that transfers to all what's going on.
Yeah.
That. Banging, getting annoyed, trying to get attention. So every time he hits that, he hits the door. I would even have my tea here on a chair. So there's a consequence. Every time he does it,
There's a consequence.
yeah, don't even look at him. He has to move his feet.
Yeah.
Now, if you do it enough, it starts to click. And I'm hoping he does it again.
He's very
Hey, you might not need that.
Stop this.
Yeah. Leave that there for a minute. Right. Now, you know how I got some movement due to this? So using this will not be wasted because as long as you drop it when he moves his feet. Every time he knocks the door, you don't even look at him, you flag him back. Now eventually, if you sit and have your tea or on a chair, whatever, talk here, when he does it, he's flagged back immediately. You've got to do it within 2, maybe 3 seconds as it doesn't have a relevance to what he just done. You have to do it like a mother and foal. It's got to be like that. So, when he does it...
He did it.
Brilliant.
And instead of that, he's not doing it now.
Right, but I want him to show you. You can't do this. You
I
can't.
will love this one, won't we?
Yeah, do you understand what I mean? Don't get personal. You're just flagging back. Every time he does it. I don't think I've come across a horse, and after 2 weeks of sitting here and doing that, or every time he bangs the door, he has to be flagged back.
You can always come if you stop this for Anne.
Does that make, seriously, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Just have your flag him back when he does it.
Yeah.
Don't go up to him and, oh.
No, the reason
That's
why
a
I
base,
do it is
isn't it?
I know.
baby.
I
it's
know.
also such an inconvenience for everybody else, and everybody else gets annoyed.
Yeah, but
And
don't-
do you know what I mean?
it's only us.
That's the only way. that
He doesn't know that's right or wrong. He has no idea whether that's right or wrong. Just what feels good to him. If he knocks it enough, he has your attention. So it's easier for us than you, is what I'm saying. On matter of fact, he has not done that since. Has he? No, it took me 1 second. Flagged him back. He said, how did he cotton on that quick? I have no idea. Usually 3 times and then he wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
Right? Now if I walk away from here, I bet, right, you just lost all your hair out your arm. So look, is he using it right now?
Yeah. He'd be doing it.
But do you know, like sometimes when you ride and you've got the crop, you don't use the crop, but the fact that you've got the crop,
Yeah.
and it's the same as that flag is there. You can see that flag.
I can't. I mean, Tanya will do nothing and I ask her this, I got it. Tanya.
I'm so desensitised to that.
So the only pressure you're going to put on that is if I say a bit of pressure getting in. If you just let go, hold on to it and I'll take it again, okay? So, pop that on a minute, and you hold it at a reasonable length. And then don't let him step on it. I just let him there a minute. Just a little bit of pressure. Leave him be. Okay, just a little bit of pressure. And then release.
Is that it really after years?
No, nothing.
No, that's 2 years really.
A little bit of pressure.
And one thing that's
This is a really important little bit here, guys. You see how Tommy puts his foot towards me, starts to come towards me and blast through me. That's where I had to. He did actually move me a bit there, which I don't like horses being able to move me, but I very quickly made that a no-go for him because he would have just flattened me there, and that's what could happen with Anna as well.
okay.
Leave him be. If he wants to come out, we'll let him come out and we'll send him back in. Don't let him go underneath that. That was his idea then. Let him have a little bit of that. Okay, and then let him come out if he wants to come out. Look at his eyes, look at his feet. There. Let him have a little bit of that. not at me, not at me.
Whoa.
And here's another attempt for him. He's pushing his hip to his right there and towards me, swishing his tail. He can't quite believe that I'm just not letting him blast through me there. But I'm on the side that he can see, guys. This is why I'm doing this so much differently than normal, because I can't go on the other side. This is where the nightmare's going to be for him. Not let him stand on it. We need him to go through this. You're doing really well with that, by the way. You've got that down to a T. A little bit of pressure. Rewarding for each try. Okay, rewarding for that. On that side, Doopy. Hey, Doopy. Good lad. This is where your nightmare will be.
Steve, we finally found someone that's as crazy as us.
So things are getting a little bit more unleashed a little bit. When Anna said Tommy can lose it, he's starting to lose it a little bit. He's realising I'm very serious about him going in. He's starting to, his heart's pumping, and he's just generally being a little bit more elevated and dangerous to a certain extent, because that's what he thinks he should do. Now, it's at this point, guys, where I started to think to myself, how safe is Anna going to be? Anna's only a young, beautiful girl. You know, how safe is she? She seems very determined. One thing that is in her favour, she's quite calm about things, which, you know, I've been to a lot of people that aren't so calm, and that kind of infiltrates into the way the horse is thinking, because they key into emotions. So I'm really thinking to myself, should we consider other options? And I made the comment, guys, can we all go and have a little bit of a sit down? Because I don't know where this is all heading. I don't know if I feel comfortable with you continuing with Tommy in certain ways. Now, guys, look, right in that moment when I was kind of suggesting, let's talk a bit deep, because I was a bit worried for her, you know, and I've been hired in to give my honest opinion. So I was starting to think of other options for Tommy. Now, guys, it was there and then in the moment, I was pulled to one side by Anna's friend, and it was explained to me very quickly that this is the relationship's really, really deep. The reason Tommy's here is because of Anna, and the reason Anna's still here is because of Tommy, and they're kind of connected in a way that I shouldn't go where I was heading with what I was thinking. So Tanya kind of came over and had a chat as well. And guys, Tanya said, quit now. Quit saying anything like that. You know, we're here to try and help. Try and help if you think you can get through this. So that's what I did, guys. I continue now with what I thought maybe I shouldn't. We'll all have our own opinions. You'll have your own opinion watching this. You know, at that moment in time, I was starting to think it was not worth the risk to Anna. Even if it worked out, I still, you know, some people say to me, can I help them with their horse? It's bucking them off. And I go and assess and have a look, and I'll say, I really don't think it's worth continuing with this. I don't think it's worth the risk factor for what you're going to get out of it. Even if it all goes well and it's the best riding horse in the world, it was still not worth that risk to take when you've got children and things like that, a family, and they all rely on you, and you're risking you know, you could break your neck and all this. So anyway, that was what I was thinking, guys. The whole situation wasn't feeling great. And I was told that whatever happens, that Anna will keep on with this, will keep on going with Tommy, regardless of what happens. So that's why I carry on. And I just went zip. Okay. Because, you know, I could not even think that from that moment on, because it was not an option for Anna and Tommy. If I wasn't in the mix, it would just continue and probably more dangerous. So I think that was important to say that. You know, I've got my thoughts on it, but I continue because I have to for her. So we'll crack on.
We don't care. What did you say? It's as crazy as us. Yeah, because it just doesn't phase us. We just need to work through this.
I'm not going to do anything for you. Not into me. Not into me. So he's having a rest looking at it.
You know, because she's a sweet. I've just put her there, you know, for a while.
Oh, you better just come around and go around. Oh, hang on. I do. That's...
Oh, I need a row.
Well, you say that here.
She want to put his boots on. Is she worried about his boots?
I've asked her, but she said she's alright.
Okay.
Got 2 crackers for him today, haven't we?
Out nice then. Just gotta let him think about that now. So guys, that was the first major breakthrough from the breakdowns that were starting to happen. A big deal for Tommy to go forward out the trailer. That's the first time he's gone forward out the trailer since frightening himself to death with all the hitting himself on the side of it, which culminated in not considering going forward and rushing out. So I was there for hours, guys, so I couldn't put everything in the video. So we've got it down to a reasonable length. You've seen every little bit that you needed to see. There's a saying, things often get worse before they get better. And if you remember, Anna did say that when the pressure's put on in any way, shape or form, he loses it. And that was evident there when I went down his left-hand side to give that a go, to see how he'd feel about that. He lost it and started jumping around and rearing and doing all sorts. So that's where we are at the moment. I've just stuck at it and managed to get just one little glimpse of hope there. Went out from the trailer, a little bit rushed, but went out the trailer forward. And that's where I thought to myself, in the moment, he's done enough for now. We'll put him away. And that's what I'm doing now. Putting him away, let him settle. We're going to have a cup of coffee, blah, blah, blah. Really important advance and retreat to let his heart settle down. That's a big deal for him. And remember, when he goes out that door, he cannot see on his left-hand side. Okay? So that's what we're doing now. We're having a break. I'll be back in a second.
I just got my chair.
It's deep, this is deep, and a lot of it is one eye. You can't really see in there. We need to put better, not now, but you need to put, are you going to get to it eventually? You need something on the floor that's going to, like some of the wood chip stays. Mine's quite heavy, the stuff we use in the stable. That's just blowing up. So he needs to see it better than black. With one eye, he doesn't know how deep it is. So I would have something on the floor. So he could, straw could work. Straw, a straw bed.
She's very good anyway, she'll let me do
Look, I see. Now. Right. So, advancing retreat. What do you think of that?
Yeah.
Good boy.
Hey? The longer he is in here, the less apt he is to want to keep going back.
Yes.
The more he goes out forward, this will become where he goes. He won't be thinking back. So I'm going to he's really enjoying that. His heart's good. Yeah.
Of course he is.
I'm letting him know I'm here.
Supplementing it, it's fine.
Oh, he won't want to come out now.
So what Steve done with the bucket in there because there's
Tied up.
that's still better.
I mean, look, most come out that speed, really, so that's not out of the way.
Let me in.
Boy.
He can't wait to get in now, can he? This bit here, a lot of people don't understand why I was so pleased that this happened. This is where Tommy here starts to go forward to get out of the trailer, and I actually managed to just gently stop him and back him up a touch. That is a great sign, because one of the things that really worried me about Anna getting hurt was when he decides to go out forward, he can just blast out. I've had a lot of horses do it, and that's where she could get seriously hurt or worse. So I was really pleased that he listened there. Yeah. Right, you've got to let him know by touching him that it's not time yet. All right. So what we do is he thought then when I let him go, he was coming out. So you keep your hand on him. It's only when the hand comes off. Yeah. It's when the hand comes off. Now the hand comes off.
Better.
Quality.
Better, yeah.
Quality.
Well done, Thomas.
Well done, Tommy.
Tommy.
Oh.
What are you doing? Tommy.
No, I didn't see that there. Sorry.
Line him up. Tommy, so I'm going to hold him now. I've got his halter. Okay, look. So he knows now. After his next break, then we'll close up, alright? Now I'm going to take it off. Okay. Good, really good. We'll put him away now. For a minute, still plenty left.
A little Nana.
Going to.
This is
What I liked about the last time that we just done frustrating. That's frustrating.
I've got that
So
one.
he's doing.
Yeah.
That's you know, with the pressure.
Yeah.
Because that's where I'm struggling. When he says
I've
no,
worked through it.
I can't do
It's
it.
hard to explain to people. I'm glad for you when that
I
happens.
needed that to happen. I said,
you got
yes, you
more?
did not. I need all of today to happen. The whole
You
thing.
needed it to happen. So.
Oh.
Right. Can you hold him a minute? ready, okay? Be ready when he's in and eat it. Okay. Done it? Is it in?
Yeah.
Okay, so just keep out of the way now. We kind of built this up to this, so I'm going to quietly in a minute open this and try and take him out with quality.
Okay.
Alright?
You don't want to come out.
No.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Okay, so have you got that ready for me? There, so, yeah, yeah. You do it twice. I said once, we'll try and do it twice, alright? Yeah, that's it. Okay, you ready? Do that then. Get in there. What do you think of that?
I think I'm in disbelief. Is the word that you're
That's
looking
really
for.
good. Now you know this can be done. Build on it yourselves. Eat through. Reach down on the ramp. I'm not going to ask you to do it today because the last thing I do is the first thing he learns. So he'll learn this overnight that this wasn't as big a threat as he thought.
Yeah.
Alright? The big change is that he can go out forward.
Yeah.
I would try not to let him go backwards, but don't try and else he will go. So we're going to let him know now how you could even come in and rub on him now, because you're going to have more people in here with him. You with me? So just come around here and let's all rub on him.
Stop it.
What's that? You're worried about that? Just come in and rub on him. Rub on him, rub on him. There you go. Tell him how good he is. Now we're really getting somewhere. He attempts here to go back. You see him there. You can see his tail there hit. He pushes back, realises he's trapped in there, and then settles straight away. So that is, again, another great sign for Anna and Charlotte. You know, I just, yeah, feeling better about the whole thing now, and I've got a real good thoughts. Okay, off you go. Now the fact that we're all talking, we're all laughing, joking, is a massive. He feels all of that because a lot of the time they're all so quiet, nervous, not talking. He feels all of this.
Yeah. He's very
yeah, he has to be. He's only got one on, hasn't he? So I'm going to keep telling you. But look, I'm going to let him just. The longer now he chills here, feeling good. His heart's not going. He's not sweating. This is possible for you. It is possible. And what a feather in your cap. You get this done. Hey mate. Hey mate. Come here. Mate. Mate. But try and keep on touching him this side, because I've done it. I've had to take my hands off him to come out, and he kind of, you can tell he's ready when I do that. So even when I move that now, I'll try and stay with him a bit with this hand if I can. Come out quiet. Best ever. Put him away. You happy with that?
Yeah, over the moon. Thank you very much. Back in there, please.
Go back in the trailer. Right. Mate. Matey. Okay, right. That's it. The reason that worked was the groundwork that I did, the respect he got. That's what that right. Now we switched on his belly, haven't we? You have got to lead slightly differently than you have been. Not here. Not letting too close. I know you did from the back, but you didn't have enough.
Yeah.
You've got to let him. Blind horse has to be way back. Yeah. You've got your program now for. You'll have your video for your little bits that's going to help. You're loading now. Go back to. Open it up. Take him in. Let him have his feed. If he wants to come out, smile. Say, well, we're going back in. And then remember, touch him. When you're ready to come out, total confidence, then say no, come, and a loose rein, don't hold him, and then you're out the way and you come down slow. Take him back around, he will trot a little bit like he's saying because he can't see anything that side, and he's wondering because I did have a stick outside. He said, no, can't see it, you get away. You knew that was going to happen because she said to me, you might kick now. You can't see it. So that kick is a warning to anything that is there. He has to warn because he can't see it. It's his blindness. How's that sound? Done? Will you let me go? Okay. That's it then. Okay, please.
You're welcome. So we're on our way back home.
Hi home. Hi home. It's on the way home we go. Oh dear, what a good trip, Tanya. That was fabulous today, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Absolutely fabulous.
Lots of learning been done today. Lots of soaking up.
Yeah.
You think you blew the two girls' minds. They said they had to go to lunch and think about what you'd done.
Yeah, they said they got headache.
She said, I just don't think it's real.
So have we got a week's break now when we get home? Huh?
Pretty much.
Have we really?
Yeah, we're going to need to catch up on a lot of jobs.
Yes. Yes, we are.
Yeah.
We need to ride George again.
You've got a few videos to make now.
I know, I have. We got 4 haven't we now?
Yeah, 4 videos to
4
make.
videos. Nice day for going back now.
Yeah, lovely jubbly.
Okay. That's it then, so till the next one.
Till the next one, what time will we be home? About 7 o'clock.
Yes, it will be about 7. That's alright, still light.
Still light.
So how has Hannah got on? It's been what? It's been a couple of weeks, isn't it? Yeah. I left Anna with a little program. Do not shut anything in yet. Get comfortable with going through the trailer, feeding in there, making sure she puts her hands on Tommy, and then when she's ready to come out, take hand off, crouch down, and come out slowly. So, and doing certain groundwork. There's some of those little groundwork things for the space. And we've had a message back, haven't we, Tanya?
We have.
Go on then.
She says.
Oh no, we had a video. I'll show you the video now, guys. That was great to see. So I'll show you that video. That was something, wasn't it? But we've had another, I wanted Anna to get really comfortable with that side of it first before considering closing up. And a couple of weeks of that, really, which I suppose she has done, hasn't she? Yeah. A couple of weeks of that, getting really comfortable, both getting confident about it, which she's done. And you've had another message back.
I have. She's took it a step further and shut Tommy in behind, and he was so relaxed she was able to do it several times. That's
because of going slow. The slower you go, the quicker you get there. That, unfortunately, is something I can't do often because I'm a long way from home. I've got to short track these jobs, guys, to make any change quick enough. And then hopefully the owner then can sort of slow down a little bit. And that's what's happened in this case. I'm still not sure if it was worth all the risk. But Tanya's going, yes, it was. So, guys, I'll keep you updated with how that goes. Obviously, the next stage is to go somewhere in the trailer. So, yeah. So, I hope you enjoyed that video again. It's been a couple of weeks since we put one on, isn't it? Because we've been so busy. But we'll try and get them on once every 10 days again.
Yeah.
Week, 10 days. Because we got lots of them, haven't we? They never stop, guys. So that's it. We're looking forward to
Blackpool.
Till tomorrow. We're off to Valley View Equestrian Centre. We were going to have a chill out weekend. We're not now. There's American Festival.
Well, we're still having a little bit of a chill out. We're not actually physically working.
No, we were going to have a chill out here.
Oh, yeah.
Now we're going up and it's 3 hours, but it's going to be a great weekend. There's American bands, there's American cocktails, there's a horse show with quarter horses, line dancing. What else is there? There's American cakes. It's just all things, barrel racing. There's all sorts going on.
It's a bit of fun, isn't it?
It's a bit of fun. So we're off to do that.
And then don't forget Blackpool.
Yeah, the last demo, we've got one demo less, guys. One demo in 2023. It's going to be a great one. I know it is. And that's at Blackpool. And what's the name of the place?
It's at Penny Farm. It's a horse welfare.
Yeah, it's a big indoor. It's an indoor arena. I'm got to worry about the weather. And the dates.
And last year they raised £300 while we were there
for charities.
There's a raffle and we give donations to that. What's the date? It's Saturday the 14th of October.
Saturday 14th of October.
It's an indoor arena.
I know. So yeah, guys, that's the last one we're doing. It will be a great demonstration, and everyone hopefully will have fun like they usually do in our demos, because anything could happen. So yeah, guys, if you get on the channel and just message Tanya and get your tickets booked up, because there's only limited seating there and you have to bring a chair. So I think that's about it, Tanya. I wrote a couple of things down. Yeah, guys, if you can, like and share these and comment. It keeps it, that's what the way the algorithms you said work.
And also, our subscribers page.
Yeah, if you want more.
Nearly 200 videos of it unseen on the main page.
Yeah, they're more in depth, guys. They're more in depth. I don't know who's here. Someone's here. So I'm going to wrap it up now. Happy trails and see you.
See you in